I'm going to start the recorder.
Did you get a cookie?
Not yet, thank you.
You gonna start? But you're not gonna take so long.
Sorry, say again, Lula?
Because they are already at 1:15.
Yep, no problem.
But you're gonna take long time to review.
Oh, no, not a long time. I'm just going to go through it real quick to try to get a quick recording. It'd be great if we could have the kids present one or two of the lessons.
Well, why don't you tell them that you are recording so that they are eager to present?
Okay, I'll tell them that. Good suggestion.
Afternoon. Ready to work? Ready to rock? All of them are
Okay, Karina, Lula, just let me know when we're ready. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Build It Yourself Aeronautical Engineering Laboratory. All right. Into the wild blue yonder, as they say in the Air Force. Okay, as we do in all classes, a good place to start is with the problem and the mission. Would someone like to explain to the world what our problem and mission is? I can tell you that we're recording this webcast so we can use it on our YouTube channel.
Now, my question, who would be ready to explain problems and mission if we have here all the parents and we have to explain. Who would be ready in this moment to do it? I want to see you.
Great.
Right. So let's see.
Let's present loudly and with spirit. What's the problem and what's the mission? Before you start to build, you should always remind yourself, what's the problem and what's our mission? What are our goals? Okay.
My name is Carmen, and the problem is that we take too much time to go to from our houses to school.
Great.
Is to invent a flight machine that helps humans to go places in 1 minute.
In 1 minute. Excellent, Paula. Well put. Okay, that's a great start. So let's just review a little bit of our lab book. The problem takes way too much time to get to school. The mission, build a flying machine that can get us to school in 1 minute. All right. Would someone like to explain, the forces on an airplane? Who can explain what the forces are that we have to control when we're building flying machines?
Hi, my name is Luis David, and
I'm sorry, your name is again?
Luis David.
Okay.
Luis David.
Luis David. Fantastic, Luis. Okay. What are the 4 forces that we need to control when we're building a flying machine?
The force that pulls down the airplane is called gravity.
Yes?
The one that let it go up, it lifts.
Excellent.
And the force that pushes the plane is thrust.
Thrust. Very good, Luis David.
And I don't know the force.
And the last one is called drag. That's the resistance. Okay, Luis David. Most excellent. Great. Okay. And then we went, so your whole lab book should look like this. And let's get started now on building.
Okay.
So I'm going to
Complete and full attention.
go back to the instructions for building the paper glider. This is called the slingshot glider. And let me just put the camera here on the workbench. Okay, so just so you get a big picture of what we're doing today, we're going to build this machine, this flying machine. And we use a rubber band in the front of this. And you remember when you built your fuselage before, there's a little notch in the front. You put the rubber band there. When we bring it back and release it like a slingshot, this plane will soar across the room. And what we're going to build today are 2 additions to your fuselage. Last week, you guys all built this fuselage, or a few weeks ago, actually, you all built this fuselage, right? Now what we're going to do is add to the fuselage the wings and the tail. So that ultimately it looks like this. Okay? That's the goal for today. So we're going to start with the tail. The tail is real simple, guys.
Oh, the tail, okay.
We'll start with the tail. And the tail is going to be, let me put the camera right down here, and let me advance to the tail part.
Okay, John, can I tell them something before?
Sure.
Okay. The experience of this morning was that John decided that he wanted to tell us everything, all the steps, and suddenly we kind of forgot them. So this time he's going to go step by step.
One step at a time.
One step at a time. And this means that there's not going to be an excuse that you don't understand. Or if you do not understand, you say, please repeat it again. Of course. We're not going to repeat it 10 times. 3 times is enough.
And when you finish each step, bring it up to the camera so we can see what you've done. A chance to show the world your progress. Okay, you can all see my screen here. The first thing I'm going to do is take a width of a ruler, and I'm going to put it on the very edge of my paper, and I'm going to draw a line all the way across with this pen, all the way across the paper.
You can see John or Miss Peter that she's doing the same thing.
Okay, and so we should have a line at the edge of the paper like this, the width of the ruler. Got that? It's the long length of your paper. not the short length, but the long length. And then we simply cut that out. So we need one strip of paper that is just the width of a ruler. Pretty simple, right? One step at a time, and the first step is really, really simple. So we should have a strip just like this. So we do that first.
Can you all do that?
Ultimately, what we're going to get to is a tail that looks like this. So that strip that we just cut is ultimately going to look like the tail. But first of all, let's just cut this strip out.
Okay, numbers from 1 to 7 will get your paper.
The width,
On the ruler and the pen. No, on the ruler.
width of your ruler. Measure, mark, and cut the width of your ruler.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 8 to 14. Number 8 to number 14, paper and ruler. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 16 to 21. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. 22, 26. Do it now. 8. Do it now. Once you get to your place, you do what John just explained you to do. You have exactly 1 minute to be ready. 1 minute. Counting.
Not only do we have to work well and build carefully, but we also have to work quickly. Well, thank you, Karina. Let's see if we can get this strip cut out in 1 minute.
1 minute. You have 30 seconds left, children. 30 seconds. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I love that expression, Karina. My favorite expression. Okay.
Okay, we're ready.
So if this is the tail, we all watching? I see some of your faces, but not everyone's.
Everybody has to face the front again now.
Okay, thank you. All right, so here's our goal, to make the tail that looks like this, right? And this is basically, it's like a W. So anyone have any idea what we need to do to make something that looks like this?
Look at
Script here. What's the first thing we should do in order to make something that looks like that?
And then a part of one side is folded like this.
Don't say like this. Describe it. Fold it to one where it is.
And then the other.
Good. Okay.
So did you see that? Did you hear him?
Yes. We just fold it right in the middle.
You are folding up. If you listen carefully and look at him instead of cut, you can
So
get
now the long strip doesn't fold right in the middle. And then the next thing we're going to do, well, who knows what the next thing we're going to do is to get something that looks like this.
Yes, Carl?
You're going to fold the top.
All right, perfect. Who said that?
I think I'm focusing her, I think.
Raise your hand. Carl.
Okay, great. Perfect, you got it. So we fold one side up and we fold the other side up. And then we have something that looks like a W.
Or a name of Mario.
All right. Now, if we want to be really fancy, okay, this will work, but we're going to be really cool here, way cool. And we're going to cut this piece, this W. We're going to cut this piece so that it has a slant on the leading edge. So this will make your plane look faster,
Can you
and in
move
real life,
your hand?
oh, sorry, okay. So all I did was I cut a triangle right off the edge of this. The triangle I cut looked like this.
Poquito.
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 And then when I put this up, now look at what we have. That's the tail. Okay? Let's do that. Let's take your strip, and you have 1 minute to make this W.
What Miss Karina is cutting to a little bit of the
Any side, that's why I'm showing.
side is good.
We have the W, you make your W. Okay? See? That's it. So that one part is bigger than the other. Understand? Have you ever seen the tail of an airplane? Well, kind of looks like that. You see? Okay. No, I can't explain to you, and I can show you better. W. No. And then triangle. The first one.
Okay. I see some aeronautical engineers hard at work here.
All right.
Excellent. I see, that looks perfect. You got it. All right. So ultimately this tail is going to go in your plane like this. So your tail is going to fit in your fuselage just like that. But let's put that aside for the moment. We're going to build all the parts and then we'll put it all together. But just so you know which parts go where, the tail is for the back part of your plane. All right. So we work on the wing next. Who's ready for the wing?
Ready for the wing. Are you ready? Scissors down, face across. Scissors down, pencil down, face across. Thank you.
So here goes for the wing. What we're going to do is take the paper that you have left after you cut the tail out. And if you can see, we're going to make the long way. We're going to cut this the long way. I don't know if you can see the lines here. We're going to make 2 lines like this. And that's going to be the wing. So the way we do that, guys, is we're going to measure 10 centimeters here and make a mark right here where it says 10 centimeters. And then we'll make a mark here on the other side of the wing, 10 centimeters. And then we'll draw a line straight across between the 2 dots. We'll have that line. And then the width of the ruler, we're going to put the ruler right next to that line that we just drew and make another line at the very top.
Look at Miss Karina. Look at John.
So we should have 2 lines, one of which is 10 centimeters
10 centimeters.
from the edge of the paper. And the other line, the second line, is the width of the ruler. Okay? Let's do that first before we cut out or fold. Let's just make those 2 lines. You got 1 minute.
Remember, look at Miss Karina too at the same time that John is doing it.
Now look at me. Did you see me measure my 10 centimeters? Here? Okay. Now I am going to do a little heart, which I like about heart, on the side that I measured here, after measuring. Did you see that? Did you see? And then I put my little heart, because I want to remember which is the side that I measured. Understand? So measure 10 centimeters, 10 centimeters, and then join your dots, make a line. Okay, do it now. Now, 1 minute.
Let's go. Can you see some of them working, John?
I can, Lula, it's perfect. I can see exactly what they're doing.
Arturo, are we ready there? If you do your favorite figure there, where you cut, if you put a little star or something, just put it. I'm telling you why. I want you there. When you put it.
Okay.
And then put a little figure there. And then do the line.
Are we ready for the next step, Karina?
Did you do a little drawing or something? Okay. 1 minute is off. Then let's move to the next step. Yes? Let's move to the next step.
1 minute to finish drawing these two lines. The first line is 10 centimeters from the edge, and the second line is the width of a ruler. 10 centimeters for the first line, the width of the ruler for the second line. Okay, 15 seconds, counting down, 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Little figure, because sometimes you don't know if you measure 10 centimeters from this side or from this side. That's why I'm telling you to write a little mark in there. Are you there? And then just place your ruler on the line and trace another line. Yes, the size of your ruler. You don't have to move it. Are we there? Yes, we're there, John. Let's continue.
Okay, watch carefully now. You're gonna see the wing take shape. So I'm gonna cut on the second line. I'm gonna cut as straight as I can. Try to make your planes the way cool way, not the ugly way. So now I have a piece like that, 10 centimeters here, and the width of the ruler here. And then, to make the paper stiff, I'm gonna fold the paper where that first line is. This is tricky. You gotta fold this nice and neat, just like you're doing origami.
So where am I going to cut? Am I going to cut here or here? Number 1 is this one, number 2 is this one. Where am I going to cut? Everybody say this way, Juan Pablo. Am I going to cut on number 1, the first line, or on the second one I drew? Okay, so let's do it.
Thank you, Karina. That's an important, that's an important instruction.
In last class, they cut on the first line, John.
Right. Okay, so you should have a wing that looks like this when you cut, and then we're gonna just fold it over where you had that first line that you drew, the one that's 10 centimeters from the edge. We're just gonna really carefully fold that over.
See, it's very easy to fold because you're already marking with a pencil.
When you did the paper airplanes, that was paper airplane 101. This is paper airplane 113. This is the most advanced paper airplane design we do. So you have to use all the tricks that you learned before to make this one work well. Scoring your cardboard, folding neat, making nice crisp folds, straight folds. Okay, this fold helps keep the wing stiff. It's like the leading edge of your wing. Okay, so once we have this, guys, one more step. We want to find the middle of the wing so that we can put the wing right square in the center. The right side should be exactly equal to the left side. La izquierda igual a la derecha. How do you think we could do that? Here's the whole wing. How do we find the center? What's the quickest way we could find the center of this wing? Anyone have an idea on how we can find the center of this wing really quickly without measuring?
Who can answer that? Yes, how can we find the exact half of this paper?
All right, I heard it. Fold the wing in half. Perfect. Who said that? All right. So we just fold the wing in half. Remember, fold really carefully so that all the sides are straight. So now we have a wing that looks like this. Okay? And there's another fold on the leading edge that keeps the wing stiff. Okay? You got 1 minute to finish those two folds. Then we have the tail, the W for the tail, and now we have a V for the wing.
Are we there? All of you?
Okay. Now, do you remember when we talked, well, I'm not sure we talked a lot about this, but on the back edge of a wing are flaps. They're called ailerons, and those flaps help make the plane go up or go down. So when you're landing, you tend to make the flaps go down, and when you're launching your plane, when you're taking off, you tend to make the flaps go up. So the next thing we're going to do is draw two flap marks on the edges of our wing. The back side, the front side is where the fold is. The back side is where we're going to draw these ailerons or flaps.
Give me a minute, John. A ver. When John said fold, that's what you do. You fold. He never said cut. And this is why it's very important, Juan Pablo. I asked, are we going to cut on the first line or on the second line? I didn't ask you. We're going to cut two lines? No. One line, the first or the second. You hear me, Juan Pablo? Get another paper, start again. You have 30 seconds to be ready.
Okay. So before we build the ailerons, let's make sure everyone has their wings that look like this. Fold in the front. That helps keep the wing stiff. And then a fold right in the middle so we know that the left side of your airplane is going to be exactly symmetrical with the right side. So we should have a fold for the leading edge. That's the width of your ruler. And then we should have a fold right in the middle of your wing so it looks like a V. Okay? Now the next part, to make the aileron, what you can do is put a ruler maybe about 1 centimeter from the edge. It doesn't have to be exact. And we'll draw a line all the way across your wing.
Now look at me, okay?
Draw a line all the way across your wing. Okay? And then we can put the width of the ruler here and make a mark. And then we'll make another mark, the width of the ruler, and another mark, the width of the ruler. That's going to be your flap. So the first part is like that, and then you can cut this out. So that you have a flap like this.
Se puso un marker verde chiquito ahí por si quieres pintar.
¿No pinta? A ver, Charlie, no pinta en el cartón.
You just want to make a small flap at the back. Doesn't need to be big. And then you want to do exactly the same thing on the other side.
Okay, John, can you repeat how is it you trace
Sure.
that?
Sure. So I took, I'll do it on the back side of the paper. I took a ruler and made a line all the way across the back edge of the plane, the opposite edge from where your fold is. I drew a line all the way across. And then I put the ruler on the very edge and made a vertical mark here. And then I put 2 rulers across. And make a mark here. So now I have something that looks like this. Can you see that? 3 ruler widths from the edge of the paper.
Look at me, 1 ruler and I mark. Another ruler and I mark it, and that's the line I want.
And then do the exact same thing for the other side of your wing. 1 ruler at the edge, mark it. A 2nd ruler width, mark it. And then a 3rd ruler width. So on both sides of the plane, we'll have flaps that are exactly the same. It's important in an airplane that the right side equals the left side. Otherwise, your plane will want to turn.
Measurement. Like 2 flaps here. It can be either side. And show you. Okay. So this is where she did. She folded. Okay, you have it folded. And then you turn it around and to create these 2 little things. Of course, remember to make it half. Make it half. Can you look? You see that? This one is bending, but he already cut. He's going to cut the flaps, but he's not going to cut all the flaps. Only here, here. Especially the girls, have you ever cut the hair of your little doll? I did it when I was little. With my t-shirts, exactly when you cut the hair.
I never.
I said, we measure 3 rulers.
I said to girls.
1 ruler
never seen. ¿Nunca te ha tocado viajar por donde están las alas del avión? Así hacen los pasos. Así hacen, así bajan, así ven. Se mueven así las placas. Ándale. Aquí, y ándale. You can come and compare.
If anyone's finished, could you bring your wing up so I can see?
Please, you can see if somebody can show your wing.
Anyone finished? Oh, excellent. Who are you?
My name is Mario.
Mario. Buen hecho. And who are you?
I'm Luis David again.
Okay. Luis David. Nice work.
You know, Luis David is Rene's brother.
Oh, okay. Great. Okay. So, Luis David, show your wing to the rest of your teammates so they all get the idea. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Well done. What's your name?
It's Miranda.
Miranda. Hola, Miranda.
And Marina, she's coming here. Look.
Marina. Fantastic, Marina. Nice job. Okay. Yowie. Okay, looks like everyone's got it. Shall we go to the next step? The next step is a really hard one, but I think you can do it. So now we all have wings that look like this. Our next challenge, well, actually, there's one thing we're going to do before we do this. Now that we have our wing all folded, we want to tape it and make it stiff. Karina and Lula, when they're ready, I'll show them the next steps.
Yes, we need some more time, please.
Okay.
The size of one ruler, and you mark it. Another ruler, and you mark it. And another ruler, and you mark it. And the 1 centimeter line, so you're just going to cross, and you fold your foot.
Like this one.
Hold it up a little higher. There you go. That'll work. That'll definitely work. Good job. Who's ready for the next step?
Ready for the next step? Ready. What are your names? First, everybody face the front. Sit down, please, so you let the other one speak. Sit down.
Okay, so in the next step, guys, we're gonna tape the front fold down, and we're gonna use really small pieces of tape, maybe no more than a centimeter or two wide. Why do we use small pieces of tape instead of a big long roll? Why do we use a small piece rather than a big long strip?
Attention and face the front. First you see, and then you do. No los veo con sus ojos al frente. All of you. Okay. Renata, that's her way. This counts.
Okay, so I'm using really small pieces of tape because it's much easier to control small pieces than if you use a big long piece. And also your plane will be lighter.
You see what I'm doing? What he did?
So we're gonna just tape the leading edge, the fold that we made on the leading edge. And then the second thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a coffee stir stick and put that right in the middle. And we're gonna tape that onto the leading edge of your plane. So take a small piece of tape, maybe a little bit bigger this time. Take a coffee stir stick and right square in the middle, tape this coffee stir stick to the leading edge of your wing. All right, so you should have something like this.
Sí, todos tienen que ya estar así, todo pegado. Everybody knows that this pretty tape on the flap. Go with your tape and tape it through.
Okay, observe. Can you turn around? Oh, turn it around, please. Turn it around. Around. Oh. First step. Look at John, look at Michelina. Take an example. Stay there, John. Stay there. Okay. So first you take that side. Where is the other side? Look at this example. Look at that example. Now turn it around, John, please. Now you see. Where does the foot piece go?
At the other side.
At the other side. On the other side.
Now, my suggestion, look at me. You measure the wooden stick, you measure it, and you find it off. If it is 3 centimeters long, what is half? What is half of 9.5? Sorry? 9.5. Is that right? Yes, all right. 9.5. Then you put a little mark in it. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I finding half of it?
Because we are going to put
Where am I going to put it? Do I want it in the exact center? Because I want it symmetrical. It has to be balanced. Now, are you all there? Did you all need to take your flap? Have you all finished? Find half of it, and then make it match half of your. All right.
Try to fold neatly, cut your tape in small pieces, and put your tape on so it's clean, straight, nice and neat. Your plane will fly better if you pay attention to the details. If you're sloppy, your plane will probably fly sloppy.
Observation is really
Okay, guys, we only have one more step to do before we're ready to integrate your tail and your wings on the fuselage.
Everybody must have finished. You are finishing. God, are you your name?
I know what which is mine because I feel
Peter, when I put it in the book, I don't know which is yours. So please,
Lula and Karina, will we have enough time to finish the track for the wing? Okay, great. Let me know when we're ready to build the last cardboard part.
raise your hand to finish, facing the top, and then placing your wooden stick on the front to give it glue. You see, show me. And holding the back, show me when you're ready. Did you fold the flaps up? Look, I think we can continue. Okay, let's continue, please, John.
Okay, so the next step, the logic for what we're gonna do next, guys, is you can see on this plane how the wing is fastened to the fuselage.
Put your papers up, you can join. This is a whole completely different thing. Attention to the front.
So we have to build one more piece, guys, in order to mount your wing on the fuselage so that it stays nice and straight. Everyone got that? Okay, so what you see on the big screen is the piece of cardboard that we're gonna make that is like a track in your fuselage. It'll allow you to adjust your wing so it goes forward and backward. So you can move your wing, you can test your wings going forward and backward if you make a track like the cardboard piece we see over here that fits inside of your fuselage. So that's the last piece we need to make before we can put our wing and our tail together. So the way we do that, it's gonna look like this. See that? It's kind of like the W we made for the tail. It's just that it has different dimensions, right? Okay, so here's how we do that, guys.
Attention.
We're gonna take a piece of cardboard and we're going to mark lines like this. Okay? The 3 lines in the middle we're going to score because that's where we fold. And the line up here is what line we're going to cut. So I'll show you how we do that. First thing is we take our ruler and we measure 2 centimeters for the first mark, 2 centimeters for the first mark, and then 1 centimeter at 3, another centimeter at 4, and then another mark at 6 centimeters. So we put marks at 2, 3, 4, and 6 on one side of the cardboard. Then we go all the way to the other side of the cardboard. The reason we do this is to keep the line straight. We put a mark at 2, at 3, at 4, and at 6, right? And then we use our ruler all the way the long way. We draw a straight line all the way across. So that's the first line we draw. Then you can draw lines where you did your other marks. 1, 2, 3. This is where we're going to fold. Once you draw the lines there, you'll have something that looks like this, right? And then what do we have to do in order to make our cardboard fold really cleanly? What's it called when we take the scissors? Do you remember what it's called when we make the scissors go all the way across? Who remembers what's this called? Scoring your cardboard. All right. So we want to put the scores at the 3 lines in the middle. Okay? 3 scores right in the middle. Think you can do this? I think you can do it too. Next step. This is going to be for the track of your wing that allows you to mount your wing on the fuselage so it's straight, perpendicular to the fuselage, and so that you can move it back and forward to control your flight path. So your cardboard should look like this. As you can see on the big screen, the cardboard that we're making.
Are you ready?
Okay.
Before I go to again, that's why I'm asking if you're ready. Are you ready? What do you need? Okay, John is going to explain again. Are you ready to listen? Say the last name. You're ready, John.
Okay. Thank you, Karina. Last
Everybody.
step, guys, for this, we're going to cut on the far line, nice and straight. Cut the piece out after you've scored the 3 lines in the middle.
Would you please tell them again? Would you please tell them again how many centimeters? They
Okay.
did on the cardboard?
It's 2 centimeters here, the first line.
They measure, please. 2 centimeters, the first line, 2 centimeters. Are you there?
And then after 2 centimeters, mark at 3 centimeters, mark at 4 centimeters, and then 6 centimeters.
4 and 6. So it's
2, 3, 4, and 6.
6. And then on the other side of the cardboard.
Same thing. 2, 3, 4, and 6. 2 centimeters for the first line. The second line is at 3 centimeters from the edge. The third line is at 4 centimeters from the edge. And the last line is 6 centimeters from the edge.
Did you see? 2, 3, 4, 6. Don't show me. No, 2, 3, 4, 6. And then we trace the line. 2. Or when I finish, you finish, all right? Because we're doing it at the same time. There we go. So listen, Mario. Don't pause until John tells you where to pause. If you have to do it the long way. Did I do just that's me? Didn't I do more? So why did you cut it on that side? Why did you cut that side? Not as clear. He's going to tell you where to cut. He never said try. Okay, John.
Okay. So then you want to cut on the last line, the line that you made at 6 centimeters. Cut that across. After you've scored, you want to score on the lines that are at 2, 3, and 4. Remember, scoring is putting your ruler all the way across the paper, opening up your scissors. The reason we score is because we want a really clean fold when we bend the cardboard, and put the scissors all the way across. That makes a little dent in the cardboard that makes it really easy to fold. Now, before we fold it, we want this cardboard to be just the width of your wing. If we have your wing here, we can put the cardboard along your wing like this, and then turn it around and make a mark where that cardboard is. Make a mark right here, edge of your wing, and then cut where you made that mark. Okay, if you cut this, it should be exactly the width of your wing.
Okay, did you see what I did and what he did? Now these are the lines I traced. I gave my plane, my wing. I put it on top, exactly in the corner, on the edge, to measure the size of the wing. And there, I traced a line, and that's where I will cut.
Perfect. You explain it much better than I do, Karina.
No, it's just another word, John. Listen.
And now you should have something like this and you'll be ready to fold it. This is going to be the track that keeps your wing straight or perpendicular to your fuselage and allows you to move your wing up and down, forward and backward along your fuselage.
You will do that? Is it four? Okay, now. Hold it here. Understand? So don't get carried away. Just observe and do. Look at me. Fold in half. Down. Now, if you see me touch anything, if you see me touch, that's why I observe. See? So where did I touch? Where did I touch? I touch on the third line first. On the side. I take my pen and measure. Dale. Okay. When we said you told me you already did, let's look at that, right? You already did the first part. Look at this one. You're not ready. It's exactly the same size as my wing. Ready? Left and side. Bring it on one side. On the edge here, on the edge, and then open it. Don't close it yet. I did it when it was already facing there. Okay, look at me. I have it there. Let him see. That's my wing. I put it on the edge. I scrape it and I pull it. That's to be the same side. Again, yes? Aha. Now, hold it up. Scrape it. Hold it. Now, let's show them how to face it, John, so we can leave. It's already time to go home.
Okay. Karina, I just want to show this short video. This is how the plane is going to go. My screen.
You know what, John? We don't have time. We have to continue next class because the bell already ran.
Turn premium quality junk into your own vision of the quintessential.
Okay. All right, guys.
So listen to John.
See you next week, guys.
Okay, say goodbye.
You're welcome. What we're gonna do next week is what you see on the screen right
And
here.
finally, let your imagination soar as you turn premium quality junk into your own vision of the quintessential spacecraft of the future.
On each of them. John, you will write your name on the wing, on the tail, and on the last cardboard piece that you built. Make every part, and then look at me. This group. This is the way we're going to save it for next class. Pay attention. Pay attention. After I wrote my name, Arturo, I see your eyes on me. I'll put my little tail inside, you see? Like a little pocket. And then the cardboard thing inside the other pocket. And that way we won't look for material. I'm going to. A ver, the extra cardboard here. That is not cardboard. Extra cardboard over here. Not from processing cardboard. The one that can be used again. Okay? That's not processing cardboard.
My breath. Well, actually. Great. Okay.
The extra and the structure paper on the lid of the box.
Okay, guys, before you leave, can I show you the final video that,
Wait, we can't hear you, John.
can you hear me now? Testing.
Yes.
Okay. If you, while you're leaving, I'll show you the video of how this slingshot glider can go.
All right.
Here's the big screen picture of it.
Watch this video. John is going to show us a video.
Okay, this is Into the Wild Blue Yonder.
Imagination soar as you turn premium quality junk into your own vision of the quintessential spacecraft of the future.
Okay, till next week, guys. Good work.
Wait, John, wait. Surprise. Look who's here.
Oh, hey, Danny.
Mario.
Oh, it's Mario. Oh, sorry. I couldn't see. Hi, Mario.
Hey,
Fantastic. Good to see you. How was school?
it was pretty hard, but it was okay.
Good. In Texas, no?
Yeah.
Excellent. Hey, good to see you, Mario.
Thank you, John.
She's going back to school tomorrow because she's going to work in 2 places and study 3 subjects. And
Wow.
she's going to go crazy.
Congratulations, Mario. Way to go.
Okay, so we
Okay,
made.
I'll say goodbye to the class.
Yeah, goodbye, Ethan.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye, John.
Okay. See you next week.
Thank you, John. Hope you eat.
You're welcome. Our goal is to get to school in 1 minute.
Okay, so your goal is to get to the kitchen and eat.
All right. All right, Lila. Bye.
Yeah.